Hi students, today we are going to continue our to-do that we previously started, and in the last video we were here. Actually, we set up the dev tool, Redux dev tool, to check to track the states of the React Redux in fact. So today we are going to continue with our to-do list, and as a second part what we are going to do is we are going to actually make a little to-do UI comprising of two text boxes, one for the title and one for the description. And what we are going to do is we are going to take the to-do item, to-do title and description from the user, and then we are going to save it to this state. So let's get started from the place where we left off with that. So in fact, for the UI, what I have to do is I have already prepared a UI. So let me copy this up and paste it to make a little quick form. So I will be providing this in the description, providing the link of this code to the description. So just copy and paste it right up here. And for the styles, I have already actually written some styles right inside the CSS file, which is app.css, just to make these things well aligned. So this is what, and let's see what actually does it look like. So right here, I do have the title and then the text box for getting the title of to do, and then the text area actually for the description, and then a save button, obviously. So on clicking on this save, we'll be saving that to do right inside here in the Redux state. So let's get started. Before that, let us move this part because we are no more be using this, and let's do that. And instead of removing, better in fact to just comment it, because maybe we're gonna need something from here later on. So now what to do is the first thing is that we have to actually grab the values entered by the user in the input box as well as the text area. So for now, for that you can, if you are in fact, if you have the little how-know of the React, you can have the understanding of how we can do that. We need two pieces of states. So let me do that very quickly. And it's going to be the title and then set title, and that is going to be the use state, this, and right, it has automatically imported this use state right above. So I'm just going to give it a string as an initial value, empty string, and then I do need to have description, and I have to update this function as well, so that this is also going to be the empty string initially. So along with that, what we need to do is we need to have a submit function as well. So let's create that function as well and name it handle submit. It is going to be an arrow function that would actually be responsible for grabbing the states and saving it to the Redux store. So for now, this part is done. So what we need to do is just bind these states with the input and the text area respectively. So this is the input. So what I need to do is I have to actually have the event handler right over here. So inside here I do have, we know that we do have the event object by default passed to this callback function. So what we can do is we can call the set title function, and inside here we can use this event object, its target property, and then we can grab the value from inside it. And let's check the spelling. Set title, it is complaining about these set. Okay, this is actually right here. So now it is not complaining about this. So the second thing is we need to provide the value prop as well. So for that we just have to provide this title. So with this thing, let's come to the text area and do the same with this as well. So on click, just go and have the callback function right inside here and receive this event object and update the state of set description. And right inside here, use that same event object e.target.value and provide this value right over here as well. So I think this is the basic stuff that you most probably and should be having the how know of about if you are actually watching the Redux. So that is it. What we have to do next is we have to handle the submit so that we can actually perform an action, grab the value of the states, and then actually save it into the Redux. So on submit, make sure that when you use this on submit, you must have this button type submit as well. Only then it is going to work. So on submit, I'm going to just call this function, which is handle submit, which I have just written over here. So make sure, again, one thing that when we press the submit button, the default action of the form is to submit the entire data inside the form to the server. So we again not going to do that. So receive this event object right here, and then prevent the default action with like this, prevent default. So with this, a form is not going to be submitted to the server. And then after that, let's check it out, in fact, by having the console.log if everything if everything works actually up till now. So just copy this title and this description to check if a form is actually ready to catch the data and to submit it or not. So with this part, let's go and refresh this part. I have removed those buttons that were over there at the top, and let's actually write some title. So some title. And can you see this is not actually working because I am unable to type anything on both of these fields. So what's wrong with that? Let's check it out. And better, in fact, to go to the console to check the errors. The first one is invalid on property for. Okay, these are the warnings. Actually, we are gonna fix that right after it. You provided a value prop to the form field without an on change. Okay, so we might have made a mistake. So no, this is not on click, rather this is on change. This should be on change. This is the basic mistake that I've made. So on change, on change, on change, and that's it. So I have actually get rid of those two errors. So these are the warnings that I'm just coming to them after actually working. So now I'm able actually to get the data, and if I click on the submit button, I'm actually receiving the data on the console as well. So let's do some title, and also let's do some description, and if I save, and this is some title and some descriptors. So that's pretty much simple.